So in this video, what we'd like to talk about is how to do a mock scrape on your property. The reason for this is bucks are very territorial, and this is going to give the illusion that another dominant buck is moving in on his territory. Now, a couple of things that we want to keep in mind are that one, it's still pre-season, as you can see with all the leaves on the trees, and the deer are starting to make different rubs and scrapes marking their territory. A couple of things that we want to keep in mind are, first, we want to make sure we've got rubber boots on, keep the scent down, and secondly, we're going to use a product from Tinks, the Tinks Power Scrape. And this is what's going to give that scent of another buck making a scrape in another deer's territory. A couple of considerations for placement of your mock scrape are, known deer travel corridors. What we've got is 2 game trails that are moving from a hardwood food source with acorns, plenty of acorns and so forth, and a water source that's off to the right. We know the deer are moving through here, and what we're looking to do is to catch their attention with that Tinks Power Scrape. They're going to smell that, they're going to come and investigate, and that dominant buck is going to end up marking his territory. So the other things we're looking for are a great tree for a trail camera, and then also perfect tree for that tree stand to just set off of the travel corridor and a mock scrape. We can hunt over it, we can see what's going on, and that's the best setup that we're looking for. So what we found here is the perfect location for our mock scrape. We know the bucks on this property love to rub the hardwoods. So we've got a great maple here, and it's got a great overhanging branch. The thing about this overhanging branch is the deer are going to lick on the end of this, and they're also going to rub their heads on the top and get scent on there to help mark their territory. And when they rub their heads on there, they're getting the scent from the glands in between their brow tines on this branch. Now the other piece here is that being a hardwood, our bucks usually like to end up rubbing that tree as well. So we've got a great location. Other thing to keep in mind is we've got a perfect oak about 35 feet away, perfect for a trail cam. They're going to end up moving down that trail. We'll get them either crossing or using the mock scrape. The other piece is we've got a great tree stand site about 35 yards off, watching over the trail as well as the mock scrape. So the thing that we really focused in on is keeping our scent down. We've got rubber boots on, we've sprayed down with a scent elimination product. And the other thing is we're going to do our mock scrape with a stick. That way we're not leaving any scent here. We'll take the stick with us when we're done. The thing we want to do is to be able to clear out underneath here these sticks and these leaves, just as a deer would as he's making his mock scrape. So we're going to go ahead and get this cleared out. The one thing we were going to do is we're going to make this scrape in a V shape, just as a deer would, just pawing all the sticks and all the leaves out of the way, get down to that fresh dirt, and that's also going to bring in deer as they smell that dirt. Okay, now that we've got the ground tore up the way that we want it, we want to go ahead and take the Tinks Power Scrape and we want to saturate the ground. We're also going to saturate the tree overhead. That's going to give us the scent that we're looking for, that other buck moving into this deer's territory. Really spray it down good. Get that scent in there. And we'll come back maybe a week and a half later and freshen it up again. So the other thing we want to make sure of is that we go ahead and spray down this overhanging branch really well. We want to get that scent on there, and don't be afraid to go ahead and spray down the trunk fairly well. Key thing is stay out of the mock scrape, but get a good bit of scent in there, just not your scent. So a few things to keep in mind. You want to make sure that you keep your scent down, use a great scent elimination product, and then also be able to get into that scrape, refresh that scent about every 7 to 10 days with the Tinks Power Scrape. Keep those deer moving back in. The other thing, get your trail camera set up so you know when that big buck's moving through. We hope that you like this video and you can check out more at virginiaoutdoors.com.